Hey guys, it's Tatsuya in Japan. Today, I would like to update you on the situation of COVID-19 in Japan. The dreadful virus arrived in Japan in January this year. Since then, there have been severe peaks, and now the third wave has arrived. In Tokyo, the number of new infections confirmed in one day exceeded 800 for the first time, making it the most dangerous situation to date. In light of this situation, the governor of Tokyo, Koike Yuriko, has announced a special New Year Corona alert. The number of new infections has reached a record high not only in Tokyo but also in Kanagawa and Hiroshima prefectures. As a result of the increase in the number of infected people, healthcare is currently under pressure. Most of the wards that receive patients are now filled, and if this trend continues, it is estimated that there will be a shortage of hospitals within a few months. If this happens, it is undeniable that Tokyo could become like New York or Paris. There are various opinions on the cause of this. One of the most common opinions is the Go-To campaign. Japan has a lower number of infections and deaths than the US and European countries, but its economy has been hit much harder than those regions. China, the US, and EU countries, where the number of infected people is much higher than in Japan, have been economically hit less hard. The Japanese government is encouraging its citizens to go sightseeing and eat out, intending to overcome this terrible economical situation. Under certain conditions, we can stay in hotels and restaurants at lower prices than usual. Given the possibility that this policy was wrong, these campaigns have now been suspended. However, data from Fukuoka City shows that even though the number of tourists increased, there was no sharp increase in the number of infected people. Some say that the blockbuster movie Demon Slayer also contributed to the spread of infection. The film, which was released in September, is currently the second biggest selling film of all time, behind only Spirited Away. This means a lot of people have gathered in the enclosed space of the cinema. However, there was a temporary ban on eating and drinking there, and they take measures to ensure that the area was well ventilated and disinfected. Moreover, there is currently no evidence to support this idea. Instead, I suspect that a third wave would have hit Japan, even if there had been no Go-To campaign or Demon Slayer. This is because Japan's neighbor, South Korea, also saw a sharp increase in the number of cases in December. South Korea, initially one of the most infected countries in the world, had been able to contain the outbreak with the lockdown and the use of data on the movement of infected people. But even in that country, South Korea now has the same number of infected people per capita as Japan. Perhaps the winter climate has something to do with it. In Tokyo, the air is drier in winter and viruses such as influenza are more active. The same is probably true for coronaviruses. The change in temperature causes many people to cough, which in turn causes the virus to spread further. The current grave situation in Japan and Korea can be attributed to the dry winter. This means that no matter what policies are put in place or what events take place, the risk of the spread of infection increases exponentially as the air becomes drier in winter. In tropical countries like the Philippines, conditions were already at the peak in November and are calming now. But in countries such as the UK and the US, they are now spreading rapidly. But people in countries where the disease seems to have peaked in November should also keep an eye out. It doesn't matter whether the number of new infections is increasing or decreasing in your country at the moment. What is important now is that you protect yourself and take action to protect your loved ones. This must be a difficult time for people in all countries. So let's get through it together. That's all for this video today. Thank you for watching. Protect your lives. Bye.